Welcome back to the Multiverses Yay or Nay series, and we got a heavy fan favorite, or I guess the better question is Ben Tennyson, is he still a heavy fan favorite? Is this still like the most wanted character for Multiverses? Well, I guess that's what we're gonna find out, right? Down in the comments, all you gotta do is type yay, you want to see Ben 10 as a playable character, or nay, you do not want to see him. So we'll go over our little mini concepts, some ideas for attacks and cosmetic ideas, taunts, the whole deal like we always do. So let's find out, do people still want Ben 10 playable in Multiverses? Alright, so the moveset idea, I think we all will agree that his gimmick would be transforming into aliens, because, well, duh. But, you know, different ideas on how to play, like how many aliens does he transform into? That's always up for debate. I did a whole video on that a number of months back. Maybe I'll link it at the end of this video if anyone wants to check it out. But the idea is, again, simple, transforming into different aliens, so different attacks for those aliens. Of course, Heat Blast has to be one of the aliens, most likely would be, right? Very iconic, very popular. So, you know, you get the fire shot, whatever you want to call this, but he kind of points his finger and out comes a little fireball. Pretty simple, nice little projectile to kind of play around with. So it could be a pretty fast projectile. And of course it's Heat Blast, so you can apply, you know, stacks of, you know, like burned or whatever to any of the opponents. So, you know, do a little bit of extra damage over time, of course. You got the Infernado, you know, he just fires up this literal fire tornado and just I don't know what you want to do with the attack. Maybe it just kind of like spins the opponent around and then kind of just flings them straight up into the air, or maybe, you know, you could go something funny, you know, it just kind of traps the opponent in place and then applies a burned status effect to them, something like that. But Infernado could be one. And then of course, here's something a little different, although I think it'd be kind of funny. But what if he uses his cryo beam? I know, anybody see the episode where Ben catches the cold and then Heat Blast has like these cryo powers? I thought this would be kind of a funny little mix-up once in a while. I don't know if you could really apply this as a perk to the character, because, you know, one perk for one alien for one attack would be so weird. But, you know, just a funny cryo beam. He just, you know, changes colors briefly and he fires out this little cryo beam, and maybe it can freeze the opponent, you know, that way it gives him a little bit of versatility in terms of, you know, different effects being applied to the attack. So that way, you know, Heat Blast isn't all fire, but, you know, just a couple ideas there for Heat Blast. Of course, Forearms would most likely be another alien that would be a part of Ben's arsenal. And, well, Forearm, he's a brute, so what's he gonna do? You got this little clip that I'll play. It's like a right punch, left punch, and then like a double fisted, you know, like a double uppercut. So that could be his grounded side attack, his jab combo. Right, left, and uppercut. There you go, that finishes him. And the uppercut could launch him into the air, which would then allow Forearms to possibly follow up with another attack. So, you know, you got that going for you. What about the backbreaker? Maybe it's something where Forearms just kind of grabs you, or grabs the opponent with all four arms, and then he just kind of does like a little backbreaker over his knee or whatever it might be. So, could be like a command grab type of deal. You know, you could get that involved if you want. Or, of course, you got another idea here. The good old spin toss, another type of command grab type of attack. Of course, I'm not saying have two command grabs in the same, you know, for the same character. These are just, you know, ideas. But the spin toss, you know, he kind of lunges forward, grabs you, spins you around, and then just throws you. You know, spin toss, just an idea for some attacks. Again, Forearms, what else is he going to do? I mean, he's very physical. He's punches, kicks, shoulder bashes, maybe elbow strikes, whatever. You get the idea for Forearms. And then, of course, you got to go something like maybe Accelerate, a very speedy, fast type of character, an assassin variation of, or assassin character type. So, you know, you got a couple ideas. You got his little rapid jump kick that he does. He kind of like jumps up and then he, you know, I don't want to say he stomps on him, but he like kicks the opponent, 2, 3, 4 times or whatever in very quick succession. So it's like a multi-hit attack, but, you know, could be fun. Maybe this is like his grounded side attack, if you will, maybe even his air side attack, or side special, I guess you will. So it's, you know, travels a little bit of distance because he kind of jumps forward and then he does this little kick. So there's an idea for that. You could do something in this next clip that you see. He does like a little spin around, but I'm pretty sure he hits the opponent with it, like his claw or something, but the tail kind of follows him during the animation. So maybe you could do something where he spins around, but he does like a tail whip attack to the opponent, something like that. Again, aliens, how do you do their attacks? Does every single alien get their own entire moveset, or does Ben transform into aliens for certain attacks, you know, and then that certain attack will only be Heat Blast or Forearms or whatever it might be, you know? Ben 10, there's so many different ways to tackle the character and how he could work, and there's so many different ways that you can make him work, which is great. But of course, moveset, I think without a doubt, it's 100%, like, there's a bajillion possibilities. Now let me move over to taunts, because this one's gonna be tough. How do you tackle taunts, right? Ben, I'm assuming there's going to be some form of human Ben that has to be playable, and then you have to, you know, transform into the aliens. So if that's the case, you're going to have Ben, you're going to have all the different aliens. How do you tackle the subject of taunts? Does Ben get his own taunts? Does Heat Blast get his own taunts? Does Forearm get his own taunts? Or do we just kind of like go a little bit generic? So for example, this one where Ben kind of sticks his tongue out and does maybe just every alien does that, you know, to kind of simplify taunts. That way the developers don't have to come up with like 8,000 different taunts, because they're, you know, for all the different aliens. And then you got to think about, like, well, is it fair if Heat Blast has 3 different taunts but Forearms only has 1? You know, it could get a little tricky. So maybe just kind of, dare I say, like multi-use or global, you know, type of just useful taunts for everybody. Like every character, every alien will have the exact same taunts. Now let's move on to a couple of cosmetics or player profile icons. And I think up first, you gotta get the wristwatch logo. You gotta get that. That's a perfect idea for a player profile icon, right? Just rocking the logo. You're a big Ben 10 fan. Perfect. There you go. It's a very simple, iconic, simple. It's perfect. It's perfect for a player profile icon, so you have to go with that. And then maybe another cosmetic, and of course you could choose any other aliens or characters from the show, but I would like to see something for Alien X represented, so maybe this is a legendary player banner, or sorry, not banner, but player profile icon. Again, choose any other aliens that you want to get represented. You can literally choose anything, but Alien X for me would be so cool. Something I would rock if Ben 10 was playable and this was a player icon. Yeah, I'd be equipping this. I'd definitely be equipping this, but again, cosmetics, choose any character or alien that you want. All right, now we're at the end of it. For me, this is easy. Easily a yay. Like, I still want Ben 10. I've gone on record and I will stay on record. Ben 10 is never going to be playable in Multiverses. I just don't think the devs are going to tackle this, or I don't think the devs know how to really tackle it. How do you make Ben 10 work? We mentioned all the different moves. How many aliens does he transform into? Does he have a set timer for aliens, or do you just like pick an alien and then for that entire stock you're stuck as that one alien? Like, how does it work? There's several different tree branches you can go down in this case. So, you know, he would absolutely go down in gaming history, fighting game history, as the most complex character. But, you know, how's it going to happen? I don't think it'll happen. I would love for it to happen, but I just don't think the devs will make this happen, or maybe they just don't want to. I don't know, but for me, still gets a yay. Let's see what you guys think. Is Ben 10 still one of the most, maybe the most wanted character for Multiverses? Let me know down in the comments. But that is it for this one. We do got the Into the Verse stream happening a little bit later today after this video goes live, so check that out. I'll try to do a recap if I can. By the time the stream ends, I'm gonna have to like leave for work, so I can't really put up anything later today. But maybe I'll put up like a recap or some important notes for tomorrow's video, possibly. So we'll see how that goes. But that is it for this one. Hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.